Hey there, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Um, my buddy Testizel, aka the Ghetto Cyrano, he sent me a video that he made. It was a conversation on the bus, from what I could ascertain. The name of the video was $1 Short, Black Woman Tripping Over Her Fare. Now, apparently, let me give you a little background. Apparently, the woman bus driver may have dealt with a client, a customer, whatever, that was $1 short of the fare getting on the bus, and I guess she was really upset about this. And I think a gentleman on the bus and Testizel and the woman were getting into this discussion, and one of the things they were talking about was how we always aren't in the most pristine of situations, if I may use that word, where sometimes we might be $1 short one day. And being someone who relies on public transportation, I can co-sign on that. That I've had days where I didn't have the right amount of change, or I've had days where I couldn't find any change and I needed to get the bus. And then the question that struck in my mind was kindness versus duty. Should that bus driver show kindness to those that may be down on their luck? Or does she have a duty to the company because she's an employee of that company? And of course, this is a business and you're in the business of making money. Now, I would point out a really good factor is that many public transport systems throughout the United States, from what I've been told and what I've heard, it's subsidized by the government, whether the federal or the state governments. Many of them bring that out. Now, will letting one guy on the bus with just, with $1 short, is that going to really make a difference? No, probably not. But if I keep doing a lot of people, that might make a difference. Um, in defense of the bus driver, to her credit, I will acknowledge that the bus drivers do have a hard job. They are subject to the general public, and when you get the general public, you're getting a little bit of everybody, from the best all the way down to the worst. Now, that means the good, the bad, and the ugly. And bus drivers are often at risk driving these buses because I've heard stories of buses getting robbed. I've heard stories of passengers getting unruly, so on and so forth. And the bus driver has to deal with a little bit of everybody. I can also concede to your point that God does see what you do in the dark as well as in the light. And there is a reward for your good deeds. I do believe that. I do believe that with a pure intention and good action, God sees it and rewards it. I don't have any qualm there. And I don't have any qualm about showing someone kindness, because there are people who do rely on the public transportation. They may not necessarily always have the change on them. But I would see it as this is still a murky situation. It's still an awkward situation. Because on one hand, kindness is good and showing kindness is good. But how far should that kindness or that charity extend? One passenger a day, two passengers a day, 20 passengers a day? Now, I think I sort of follow where the video was going. I don't think it was the fact that this person tried to get on without a fare and that she was not going to let them just slide this once, quote unquote. I think the point I'm getting from the video, because I also checked out some of the comments, is that she was just ranting about it. Like, she was ranting about how do people do this, that, and the third. And one of the points that the man made in the video was, if you knew better, you'd do better. And sometimes that's the case and sometimes that's not. I would agree that not everyone has the same allotment of blessings. Someone may be blessed in one area and not blessed in another. And in some cases, I do feel that charity should help out, and we're all appreciative of some form of charity. I do see, though, that maybe that woman's complaining was the result of many bad experiences piled on one another. And we don't just go, okay, that was that one incident and we forget about it. It's every time someone does something bad, we'll remember every single time that happened to us. And we'll just be like, oh, Lord, what's going on here? So I enjoyed this. I enjoy the style of the videos that you're lately doing. It's very conversational in tone, and I like the fact that you did get into a conversation with this gentleman and just have the discussion out. And I think it boils down to kindness versus duty, and it also boils down to, well, not just kindness versus duty, but it also you also have to factor in how understanding should we be of another person's situation. Or is someone just trying to get over? Is someone trying to run game and getting me caught up? And I don't know that that bus driver may suffer any repercussions from letting a person on that hasn't fully paid their fare. So there's all those other factors that go into this. But I do enjoy the video because there is some good discussion, some good back and forth about kindness versus duty. About, hey, do I have a duty to my fellow man or do I have a duty to the people that sign my paychecks? I'm not sure if I'm really picking a side per se, and the reason is that because I can sort of understand it from both perspectives. I recognize that being someone who works at a job, I work in a food service job, and working in food service, pardon me, working in food service, I've experienced things like people trying to get over. And on the other hand, and being the employee, I'm the one that has to deal with whatever that person is trying to do. And on the flip side, I understand what it's like to be the guy that might be a dollar or 50 cents or whatever amount of money short. And because I don't have that money at that time, I'm sort of in a situation where I might be up the proverbial creek without a paddle. Well, thank you for sharing your video with me, Testizel. I do I do like the discussion that you're having though. Take care. Peace.